The Philippines. It has a rich history combining Asian, European, and American influences. Has a total land area of 30 million hectares. Composed of 7,107 islands and 3 major island groups. Its terrain is mostly mountains with narrow to extensive coastal lowlands. The Philippines climate is tropical, ranging from 24 to 29 degrees Celsius or 75 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Rainfall is from October to April and from June to November. The Philippines' total population is about 91,077,287. Its population growth rate is estimated at 1.76% annually. The Christians comprise 91% of the total population, followed by Muslims, which is 4%, 1.5% Chinese, and 3% other sectoral groups. The Philippines has a democratic and republican form of government, with Gloria Macapagal Arroyo as the president. The Philippine president is both chief of state and head of the government. Some say that when the gods created the Philippines, they liked it so much that they decided to create 7,100 islands more. That meant having over 7,000 different views of the sun and many different beaches like Boracay, which is one of the best beaches in the world. Get a glimpse of the 8th wonder of the world, the Banawi rice terraces, a living testament to man's ingenuity in farming. Taal volcano has a unique geological history. It was formed through one major eruption at the center of the lake, and the lake itself is a crater of a prehistoric volcano. Known as the Heritage Village of the Philippines, Ilocos Sur is home of the Poway Church, which is acclaimed as one of the world's heritage sites. The majestic Mayon boasts for its perfectly shaped cone. The nearby ruins of Cagsawa Church is an enigmatic testament of the past. Dubbed as the Philippines' last frontier, Palawan is a mini archipelago of virgin islands. It is surrounded by a coral shelf that abounds with varied and colorful marine life. It is also home to flora and fauna like the mouse deer and the scaly anteater that are found nowhere else. The famous Magellan Cross is found in Cebu, the province where Ferdinand Magellan first set foot in Philippine soil back in 1521. In Bohol, you find the Chocolate Hills, which are hundreds of dome-shaped limestone hills covered with grass that turns brown under the sun. Bohol is also famous for the tarsier, the world's smallest primate. Popularly known as the beach paradise of the South, Davao is known for its pearl and banana export industries. It is also the home of Mount Apo, the country's highest peak, and the home for the rare Philippine eagle. Surigao del Norte is a group of islands at the rim of the Asian continental shelf. The strong waves in Siargao Island has made the province the surfing capital of the Philippines. The Philippines Development Perspective and Policies. The Medium-Term Philippine Development Plan, or the MTPDP 2004 to 2010, is the country's development plan. It fleshes out the policies and strategies to achieve the Arroyo administration's basic goal of fighting poverty and building prosperity for the greatest number of Filipinos, with the 10-point agenda as key outcomes. The MTPDP 2004 to 2010 has an accompanying document, which is the Medium-Term Philippine Investment Program, or the MTPIP, for 2005 to 2010. The MTPIP is composed of the list of projects based on the strategies identified in the MTPDP. The MTPIP is an instrument to monitor the national government's targets, commitments, and resources over the medium term. At the regional level, the Regional Development Plan, or the RDP, is the counterpart of the MTPDP, while the counterpart of the MTPIP is the Regional Development Investment Program, or the RDIP. At the local level, the municipalities and cities have their local development plans as the counterpart of the MTPDP and the RDP. Their comprehensive land use plan is the counterpart of the MTPIP and the RDIP. NEDA Caraga's project planning and management process. One of the mechanisms established in the region is the Caraga Regional Project Development Assistance Center, or CRPDAC, which serves as the regional center for project development activities. The center provides assistance to local government units, regional line agencies, and the private sector on project development work, and houses an inventory of project proposals and studies which are ready for funding and implementation. The following are the stages involved in project development. Project identification. This stage focuses on the establishment of the basic desirability of the project and identification of the high priority projects that fall within the responsibility of the public sector. Project preparation. This stage refines the elements described in the project identification phase and makes the project ready for the appraisal stage. The following aspects are considered here: market, technical, financial, operational, and the economic aspect. Project approval and financing negotiations. This stage checks if the project meets the financial, economic, and social criteria set by the government for investment expenditure. It is also in this stage where the project financing is finalized and detailed loan document granted. Detailed engineering and design. In this stage, the development of an operational plan of action for the project and the testing of the plan of action against the criteria is done as a requirement for the approval and implementation of the project. Project implementation. In this stage, the resources are allocated and coordinated to make the project operational. Project operation. For this stage, the skills, plans, and controlling organization are available and ready to avoid excessive startup costs. Ex post evaluation. This is the last stage where policies, better management practices, and improved procedures are adopted to improve future project performance.